Hi, my name is Miracle Nwachukwu. I'm the CEO and the creative director of Mimz Interiors and Mimz Homes. We're into interior design. I'm offloading with HoBeei. I was nominated for the Future Awards, the category of Entrepreneur of the Year in the year 2023. Since I was nominated for the awards last year, it has given me a lot of visibility, right? So it's a huge deal. Everyone knows that the Future Award is one of the most prestigious awards for young people in Nigeria. It's been like, we've had a lot of visibility. It shows that people are seeing what we are doing. And from there, a lot of people, oh, you won this? I didn't win. Yeah, but the nomination alone is actually a win. Everyone knows that. Like, if you're nominated, that means you're doing something right. And yeah, so since then, I really say a lot of things has changed. Like, because of the visibility that it has given us, a lot of clients working, like a lot of people know that, okay, this is a company to work with, because for that kind of award isn't to recognize you, that means you guys are worthy of, yes. So it has had a lot of positive impact in the company so far. And yeah, I'm really, really grateful for that as well. So thank you once again to Future Awards. Yes. Okay, so I studied computer science in the University of Port Harcourt. Honestly, I didn't ever think I would be an interior designer, even though I've had it in me. Because then I stayed in the same apartment for the 4 years. One thing that stood out then was every year I would renovate it. For some strange reasons, I did not know what I just needed it to be a different space, since I didn't want to move. You know, then I will move from one lodge to another in school then and all that. But every year, all I had to do was I'll change this wallpaper in my room, I will change the bed design, I will change the blinds, the curtains. And my roommates would probably wondering, well, what is he doing? And they just left me to just always do. So looking back at it now, I just remember that it all started then, actually, because I didn't know what I was doing, but that was it. Then when I finished school, I did internship with an interior design company when in my year 3, you go to a computer science. I was honestly not interested in the computer science, even though I did internship I was in internship in an IT place, but I went to an interior design company to do my internship for the 6 months. And that was like the beginning of getting like very interested in that. So when I finished school, they told me to come back to work, but they really liked the way I worked with them and all that. But I was like, I honestly I don't think I have the energy to work for someone and all that. And all of us, we all have our callings and all that. I'm not saying that working for anybody is a bad thing, but I think I've always been cut out. We were trained literally in my family to be like more of entrepreneurs, exactly. So I already had that in me that, okay, having seen my mom carry the business the way she has done that over the years, and we didn't know all those principles that our parents are always instilling in us while we're growing up and all that. So it was later on that it was just beginning to like add up and make a bit of sense. So that being said, one day I was just sitting at home and one of my family friends reached out to me. Oh, like, Mimi, how are you? I've been fine. They call me Mimi at home. I was like, oh, you do interior design, right? Obviously, when I was doing the internship, I was posting videos from where I was working at the time. I said yes. It's like, okay, my wife and I, we just bought a small shop at the Kota shopping complex, and we want you to come and design it. I was like, where will I start from? I was like, yes, I can do that. So can you come out? I came out. Oh yeah, can you do like a 3D for us to see the place? I said, yes, I can do that. I had no clue whatsoever on how to do that, honestly. So they were like, okay, that's fine. I did the 3D, they loved it. They were like, okay, we're going to the next stage, which is like, we'll pay you for like procuring of the things and just get the things in order. I took the money. I just literally, I know that one thing stood out for me, I just wanted to do the best, because I knew that was like a golden opportunity for me to show myself. And yeah, I did the job and they loved it. And you're like, are you saying that this is your first job? I said, that's my first job. Like, really? Like, why? How? You've done something that even people that have been in this design, like, they've not done this kind of neat work and all that. And honestly, I was just out to just impress and just make sure that I make my mark on that particular job. Anybody that enters there. Till now, the shop is still like that. It's over like 5 years plus. And if you enter that shop, it will be like something I did yesterday. They've been maintaining it and it's still been like that. So the journey honestly started from there. From there, it became of referrals of, oh, who did your shop? It's Mimz. Oh, okay. I did like 2 other shops inside that same Ikota shopping complex from that one. So thinking about that, I just started saying maybe this is my calling to be interior designer for like shops and all those things. A friend of a friend from that guy is a godsend. I always say that every other time, like any other time, that is a godsend because I didn't know how that happened. Saw me somewhere. Oh, Mimz, your Mimz on Instagram. I say yes. How are you now? Fine. Okay, give me your number. I have. Okay, no, he didn't even say anything then. He was like, give me your number. I just gave the number. The next day, he messaged me. Oh, my friend just bought a house at Lekki Gardens. You do POP, right? I said yes. You do this, and I said yes. I said okay, please come and take measurement for only the POP. There's a particular type of ceiling that they wanted at the time. They call it stretch ceiling. So they were like, do you do that? I said yes. I said okay. Come and see the place. We went for the meeting. When I got to the meeting, I was like, are you an interior designer or you're a POP person? I said, I'm an interior designer. So he was like, okay, can you do the tiling? I said yes. Can you do this? I said yes. I said, okay, you know what? Quotes for everything in the house, like till furnish, because it was a carcass project. So no tiles, nothing. So like quotes from carcass to finishing and furnishing so that you can do the job. Let's see your finishing first. So by the time I was running up with the finishing, the guy was so happy with the process of the job because that was also my first house project. So I literally poured in everything I had. I wasn't thinking about the cost. I went way and beyond, added my own money to make things work and all that because I knew that was also my way of showing the first house project I'm ever going to do, and it's a big one. So it's not a coincidence. People get that kind of opportunity and misuse it. I was like, this is like the only opportunity I have to show myself. Literally, that house has been one of the best things that ever happened to me because from that house, people saw what I did there and they've been like, oh wow. So it's just been referrals upon referrals. We haven't done Instagram. We did Instagram ads the first year of business, and since then we've not done Instagram ads ever again. And we literally have projects every month from referrals upon referrals upon referrals. It's just referrals all through. And so that's why I really hold like my principles very high, especially when it comes to my work and my work ethics and all that, relating with clients, the kind of thing you deliver for them as well. Because I know that that is what sells us. And I don't ever want that to stop unless I decide to stop the business myself. So that has always been like, that's like the strong principle I hold onto this, my relations with my clients, and also making sure that they get the very best of what they pay for at the end of the day. So how I sustain my lifestyle is basically I invest a lot actually, because that's a good thing. You don't get to like make money and just throw it away and all that. So I invest back into the business because the business has gotten me far. So I invest back into my business, invest in my personal life as well, because that's a way of me like investing in my future as well. So that's majorly how I do that. Invest mainly into the business first, then my personal life as well. Yes, get properties and try and buy a few things that will also help you be a better entrepreneur as well. Like for instance, this showroom was a huge investment going now from, we had a very tiny office in Lekki Phase 1 when we started. So this was like a huge investment, like put a lot of money, okay, let's get a bigger space, go into the retailing part of the business as well. That's a huge investment as well into the business. So going into a bigger space, going into like another sister company of the business as well. So yeah, so Mimz Homes is like a huge investment from, a sustainable investment for me from Mimz Interiors as well. Yes. How I sustain environmental sustainability, right? Personally, I have two waste bins in my house. One is for like plastics and all those recyclable products, and other ones for like the other waste products as well. So that is also the major part. And I've done that because when I travel abroad, I see those things. I used to wonder what they do. But coming back, that actually also helped me as well to like, okay, you need to start doing it. People doing it abroad, they're not crazy. Because wherever you go, even on the streets, you will see they have 3 different bins. You see like they'll tell you for plastics, for glass, and for other things. That helped me to like, okay, this is something you should do for the environment as well, and also for people around you. And business-wise, I think it's the same thing here as well. Like here also, I also tell the staff, oh, please don't throw the cans and all those things into the other place. Just put it separately and just just maintain that. So I literally dragged my personal life into the whole business, and they'll be like, what is this man saying? But yeah, that's also a way of like maintaining our environment and the things around us as well. So my coping mechanism when I'm stressed. Oof. Honestly, it's my house. That's like the major thing. Yes, drinking a glass of wine is also among that. But majorly my house. I'm an interior designer, of course. I design my space to be like my safe haven. And once I just open my door and get into the house, I just feel like, oh God, thank God, finally the day is over. And I feel safe. I feel comfortable. I feel very relaxed in the house. I'm a contemporary interior designer, so it's like stylishly contemporary. I'm not sure you guys, I'm going to show you guys my video of my house. It's private. But yes, it's a contemporary, it's not too minimal because I'm not a minimalist interior designer. Yes, just purely contemporary. It's such a beautiful space that everyone keeps complimenting whenever they visit and all that. But that's majorly that. Coming back home to that and pouring myself a glass of wine to say, okay. Also, once I get home, my phone goes on D&D from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And that's also one of the things that has helped me because sometime last year I had like a health scare. I'm 28, going to 29, and I shouldn't be having a health scare at this age, especially when it comes to like high blood pressure. Because I just randomly went, because I always do like my full body checkup every other year. And last year I went, and when the doctor called me to like tell me the results and all that, like, I said, you're so young for this. Like, what is making me worried? I'm like, I don't understand. It's like your blood pressure is really high. What is the problem? I said, it's this work that I'm doing because it's actually a very stressful work. It is, especially as at the time I didn't even have like the kind of structure I have in place right now. I was like, it's work. It's like, well, you have to look for like mechanisms to like help with this, like advice. And I said, okay, this is what you do. Let there be time for your clients. Let there be your own personal time as well. Because at the end of the day, if anything happens to you, your clients will look for another person to move to. So you have to really take care of yourself. So that's when I actually started the whole put my phone on silent thing and just try and disengage from work once I get home and just till the next day. Every other thing can wait till literally the next day as well. So that's really, really helped from then till now. I went back for my checkup this year. Everything is perfect and all that. So that's really, really helped a lot. I actually went to film school. I used to be an actor. I was acting before I got into this business. Actually, I was doing both of them, but at the point, I knew that it wasn't going to be feasible because I'll be scheduling my meetings and it always clashes with like, oh, you have to be on set and all that. I'll be like, you know what? I really have to choose a struggle at this point. So I decided to go for the interior design because it gives me so much joy. So I used to be an actor. That's the thing, and I went to film school. I've appeared in a few movies as well. Yeah, and I used to be a model. Yes, I was doing that while I was in school. I worked with a lot of big brands. I did Flutterwave advert. I did MTN advert. I was in billboards and they are this for years actually, for like 3-4 years. MTN billboard. Even in school, then they used to call me MTN boy. So yes, being a model and an actor, I do I miss that? I don't know. But I really enjoy what I do right now. So yes, that's something about me that a few people don't. I think people still do, but most people don't. Most people don't at all. Yes.
So could you like act a scene right now?
No, don't do that. Oh my goodness.
On the spot. On the spot.
Oh my God, no. I have to be mentally. I have to be mentally ready for that, honestly. I have to be mentally ready for that. Please, don't give me that. Something I wish I could do better. I think it's literally something I'm doing right now that has really helped me in a while. It's just not to expect anything from anyone, even while you give. I don't really get to I've built myself not to expect things from people so that when they disappoint you, you don't get to feel it as much. So I just leave it like that. And it has really helped me a lot because before I used to overthink and over-expect a lot of things from people and all that. But now I just be like, if you do something, I'll be like, okay, I didn't really even put too much thought into that as well. So that's fine. Another principle of mine is I always think people should do things according to how I do things. But I've also learned to like know that before people are able to do it, especially when it comes to work, this is, because I'm a perfectionist. So I always expect things to be done a certain way. And when it's not done, it's really just, but I've just learned to like more be patient, especially with the staff. They will learn over time. If they eventually do not learn, then get to look for people that will get to do things your way and learn, as long as they are willing to learn. That's the most important thing. As long as they're willing to learn, then that's fine. So just being like, literally just be more patient and know that these things they will get it with time. So that's yeah. A misconception about what we do as interior designers, that see clients walking and just be like, yes, can you do my house? I say, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I need it done in a week. It's impossible. Actually, it depends on even how the project is and how big it is and all that. But it's literally almost impossible because there are processes to these things. You just don't wake up. Anyways, some people can do that. Whatever works for them or how they work. Anyways, but for me and the company and the brand that I've built over the years, we don't work like that, right? Things there are processes to these things. Like you come in for consultations first. After a consultation, we come up with like a mood board or like a 3D for you to see what you're going to do. We do the costing for you. After that, we'll go to sites for like proper measurements and all that. It takes time to like even produce. But most of the things we use, we also produce it here. Most of the things that we also use, we use imported sofas and chandeliers are imported. A few other things are also imported as well. So those things take time. Like we're making your furniture. I can't make your furniture within a week. I'll be making substandard furniture for you. So those things take time. You have to source for the fabric, source for the materials. It takes time to be able to put that. So for us, if you're coming to meet us for a project, depending on how big the project is, the least we can even do the project is like 6 weeks. Because we have, apart from also putting these things in process, we also have, it's not like we're just sitting around not doing anything. We have clients all throughout the year. So we don't even have like an off time until like December period that we just fully shut down for everybody to rest and all that. But all through the year, we are literally busy working and taking up projects upon projects upon projects. So you coming in and also wanting to do a project in one week is almost impossible. Honestly, that means we have to put everything we're doing on pause to now literally not even sleep at night to get that work done, which is not possible. I used to think the things that we are doing here are not up to standard and all that until I traveled. I went to Paris like 3 years ago for an interior design fair, and I saw the things I'm like, these are the things that my people are doing. Because like I'm a perfectionist, so I'm still even finding fault in what they are still delivering, right? And I'm just seeing, and I'm like, there's really not much difference between this and what we're getting. So Miracle, calm down and just get to appreciate these guys and just give them like more. So I use, most of the beds on my page are all locally made, regardless of the design. So most people don't even know that, honestly, but most of the beds that we use in fact, 90% of the beds on our page and the work that we do, they're all locally made, on which strive to be better. So there are artisans that there are also artisans. So it depends on who you're using. So I have my team of the people like that I use for most of our projects and all that, and we strive to do better all the time. Of course, there's going to be times that they will bring some things and be like, oh, this is not nice. Let's change this fabric. Oh, this is not straight. You need to make it straight and it needs to be like properly aligned. The lines are not joining. Of course, so that is my job as an interior designer. That is what differentiates me from the artisans themselves. So it's my job to tell them, oh, this is how you do it. This is how you do that. This is how you do that. And so far it's been, because I use locally made. So what I do, most of our job, we do a combination of both, right? So we use like, most of the time we buy like imported sofas, depending on the budget of the project as well. Some clients will be like, oh, okay, I want imported sofa. Some people are like, I don't have money for imported sofa. Let's do your locally made sofas as long as they are of good quality. Like, of course it is. So when they even invest, they're like, this is not bad now. So what's the whole point of now? So people will tell you, oh, I believe in Turkey chairs and that is what you must use for me. That is also fine as well, as long as you can afford that. And yeah, my projects are a mix of both locally made and and imported stuff, because most of the things that we use, like center table, chandeliers, accessories, are all imported. Rugs are all imported as well. So it's like a mix of both of them. It will be the economy. Everybody knows that the economy of the country is really bad, and it has really affected us in the sister aspect of this company, which is Mimz Homes, which is the retail part of the business. So which deals mainly on like retailing of furnitures and accessories and other things, which we import at the end of the day. So we imported, like for instance, we imported most of the goods that we have when dollar was four something, like 450. Dollar is what? Dollar is 1,006 something as of today. So which is crazy. So how do we get to sell those things? People walk into your shop and you're telling them that one sofa is about 15 million. I'd like, make it make sense. The sofa that's normally supposed not to sell for more than 3.5, 4 million naira. And because of the ridiculous exchange rate between 10 and now. And we cannot sell for that because you can't sell. It's a retail business. You sell to buy. So if you sell for less than you bought, then you're not making any. That means we'll close down in a few months' time, right? So that's like the major issue we are facing. But thankfully, I'm an interior designer, apart from also being also a retailer as well. So I've been able to like infuse most of our designs and the chairs into like my projects, and that has also helped because we've been able to like sell most of the things that we have on the showroom because I use them for my projects. That has been like a bit of a saving grace for us, even though like a few clients still walk in and buy, but it's not as much as what we use for the projects that we have. Live and let live. That is the most important, like the biggest one. Just live and let live. I believe strongly that my conscience is my God, right? I'm a strong Christian as well, but I also believe there are some things about Christianity that I also don't. So I really use my conscience to just like, you know what, this is good, this is right, because some things, the things that they tell you that are good, they are not really good. Everybody just, actually Christianity has tried to like push a lot of things on us and expect us to just accept them like that. And for me, it's accepting that comes from my conscience and just be like, okay, is this really the right thing? Is this really the wrong thing as well? So me, it has just been mainly my conscience. I know people don't believe that. They strongly believe, oh, the church should be or this thing, but I honestly don't. Everybody has their own stuff that works out for them. And I also don't get to judge people as well. So everybody just do you, and just as long as you're being good to people and just do your thing. I think that's, for me, that's about, a lot of people want to like use church to write their good, the bad and all that. And just forgetting that also, these are things that were enforced on us, literally. So you don't even know where they're coming from. You don't even know how it happened and all that. So that's why I just like, you know what? My conscience should really just be that for me. And let me choose what, as long as I believe I got a good home training from my parents. So I believe that to an extent I know what the good and the bad should be and know what and what not to do as well. So I live by do good to people, do not expect anything in return. I always say that. Live and let live. And just don't judge. Focus more on your own life, right? Focus more on your life. That things will be better for you than to start popping into people's lives. And so basically that's do good, don't expect anything in return. If God is going to bless you for that, let God bless you for that. And not do good and hold it on to the person that, oh, because I did this for you, I'm expecting this in return. For me, that's not how to do that. So that has basically been what has brought me far. Yes. My decluttering process, personally, I literally just give out my things. Like, I travel for my vacation, and whenever I come back, I get like new stuff. And when I get home, I'm just taking out all my old things. I give it out to staff, friends, family friends, and all that. That's literally how I declutter most of the things that I do. I'm the kind of person I don't like a lot of things in my space. So I just like to cut it down as much as I can. So I don't like to have things that I'm not using around me. So I always give it out. Same thing goes to when it comes to work, things that we don't get to use again in the house or in the project, in the sites that we're working on. I just give it out to like staff and anybody that just gets to have that. I just don't leave it and just let it be packing up and all that, you know. Hello, my name is Miracle Nwachukwu. I'm the founder and the creative director of Mimz Interiors and Mimz Homes. I just offloaded with HoBeei. In the spirit of offloading, since we're all in the spirit of that, I think I have a few things for you guys that I need to offload from the store. Yes, so come with me, let me show you guys. Let me on this light so that. So this is a token of what I have to offload today. So these are like from projects that we used, and we didn't really get to use them actually, but I don't think we have any much need for that. And these are like dining chairs. We used it for a project, but it had like just a very tiny dent, but that's about it. But they're still as good as brand new. Yes, so this is just the small thing I have for you guys. Please manage it. Thank you so much. So check out my profile on HoBeei to win these items, and good luck to the winners.